right notice in your estate letter, and a letter specifically stating that you want your credit score to remain at 850, nothing less. Otherwise, they agree to pay you the following: conditional acceptance. These are overstanding the principles. You put it in affidavit form, you put it on a public record. After you put it on the public record, 30 days later, it is law. Okay? So that's why it's critical to know these processes. That's what these process, I don't give a fuck, whatever you want to call it. You have to know the principles behind it. So let's talk about some principles. Remember, Moziah Corporation has assumed the role of notifying the private people of their remedy. Moziah Corporation has assumed the role of notifying private people of their remedy. And the fact that government has instituted private contracts, adhesion contracts, invisible contracts, enslaving people into thinking that they are citizens. The people have the right to know these things. This is why you have Title 18, 241 and 242. Now, the average common man or woman is not going to know Title 18, 241 and 242 unless they just heard it from me. So they go Google it and they better learn it. I guarantee you, every last person that's within an earshot of my voice better look up Title 18, 241 and 242. And how do you file a lawsuit? You file what's called a 1983 under Title 42. Title 42, 1983. Google that. I'm not the type of person that's going to come and just give you information for free. I'm going to give you the information that you need. You're going to go do the research and the work to make sure that you can affect the actual result. No more lazy shit. No more hand holding. Nobody coming to me trying to manipulate information out of me, trying to be nice to me and then ask me a bunch of legal or tax questions on the back end. You can't rock me to sleep. If the fucking government can't rock me to sleep, you damn sure can't rock me to sleep. So show some respect. Come to my table with honor. Make sure that you do come to my table with honor, because I'll come to my table with honor. And the minute I detect dishonor, the minute I detect an angle, the minute that I detect bullshit, you cut off forever. And I highly recommend you institute the same policy and the same procedure in your private bank. So it's funny, you got all these banks out here, they got risk management departments, they got credit verification departments, they're going to run credit checks on people to make sure that they don't deal with no shady motherfuckers. We do the same thing. We have our own vetting processes, our own verification processes, and you should institute the same thing, because now you're operating as a business. You're not operating as your straw man or your straw woman anymore. So you have to think and act and proceed like a business owner. Are you really a boss, or are you just wearing that to be impressive to other people? So now that you got your own policies and your own procedures in play, you want to make sure you know the principles. So here are the principles. One of the things that I've been blessed with is the ability to re-engineer and reverse engineer and re-engineer things. When I was a kid, I used to get toys. I took the shit apart, put it back together again, just to see how it worked. I was just playing. Literally, I was just playing. But I was always inquisitive about how things work. So when I found out about this secure party creditor shit, and I said to myself, how the fuck can people truly be free with simplicity, minus all the complication and all of these fucking so-called people who call themselves whatever they want to call themselves? I'm a teacher. So here it is. 4 simple steps. I broke them down into pillars. Why pillars? Because if you put each of them on the 4 corners, you create a square. You create a foundation. You can build a house. You can build an empire upon it. So these 4 pillars, the first one is your signature. That's your energy. That's your human energy. How do you get your human energy into the commercial world? Your signature. First pillar, master your signature. Second pillar, master affidavits. Tell the truth. How do you tell the truth on paper? On an affidavit. Learn how to compose an affidavit. Look up the maxims of commerce. It talks about affidavits. So that's how you tell the truth. You tell it on paper via affidavit, sworn affidavit. Don't be afraid to swear to an affidavit. I don't want to hear none of that else against my religion, to swear, or all that other bullshit. It's time to tell the truth. And the only way to tell the truth is to tell it on paper. And then that's where the third pillar comes in, because you want to take that paper and put it on the public record. So the third pillar is to master the public record. Now you've mastered your signature, affidavits, you know how to tell the truth, you're going to get it on the public record. What happens to an affidavit after being on the public record uncontested for 30 days? It becomes the judgment and the law. Notice that it becomes the law. It's legislation. You privately legislated your own private law and put it on their fucking public record, gave them a chance to come back within 30 days with their own affidavit, where it became a duel of affidavits of swords. They never did it. Your affidavit becomes the judgment and the law. Time out, I got a lawnmower on deck.